Well, yeah, that's actually kind of what we're going to be talking about is the pearl clutchers today, because Virginia came out strong and turned red. Virginia is red again. Pretty good.
Virginia.
It's
Dude,
pretty good.
that came out of nowhere. Like I told you before, I was like,
Yeah,
wasn't expecting it,
neither was
and
I.
I don't think Virginia was expecting it. It seems to be kind of happening in a multiple
Yeah.
different locations. A
Mm-hmm.
little bit, I'm not going to say the word red
Yeah,
wave,
red,
but if
red.
I was to say it, this might be the time to say it.
I mean, it does feel like there's some changes going on in the air. That people are realizing how important it is to actually get out and vote correctly. And I'm not necessarily even saying that Republican is the correct way, but in most cases, from what I'm seeing, it is.
At
I'm,
least right now, at least
right,
right
right.
now, the side that is not batshit insane
Yeah, yeah,
seems to
exactly.
be the Republican side at the moment. So it swings back and forth
Mm-hmm.
historically. Most of the time, it's this crazy radical
Yeah.
side. But the political sphere, it's more of a circle. I don't know if you've seen those, but
Mm-hmm.
you get the radical sides, and they kind of come back over here, and they're really
Yep.
the same thing.
It's the same
So
thing.
it's really more of a battle between sane people that like freedom
Yep.
and totalitarians that are either left or right, just kind of
Mm-hmm.
battling
Well,
it out.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that's really the key takeaway of what we're seeing from what happened in Virginia. Because these people, these progressive leftists or whatever that are screeching, and I have examples to show you guys in a little bit. They're really, for lack of a better word, racist. It's racist talk, racist comments that are coming out of their circles, and it's kind of gross. And you know what? Let's just get into it. This is what spawned it all. Okay, just to start, it's because of the gubernatorial race. Sorry, wrong one. This one. There we go. Glenn Youngkin, a Republican financier, defeats Terry McAuliffe in the Virginia governor's race. It was close. It was
Very close.
it was a close race, but we have it. Republicans have taken back Virginia, and they took it back in it. Sure, this race was close, but they took seats. I think they gained 6 seats in the Virginia House, which is huge. I think
Yeah.
they're 1 seat away from taking majority back, or maybe they did. I'm not really sure, but Republicans claimed the governorship of Virginia for the first time in more than a decade on Wednesday, electing
Wow.
businessman Glenn Youngkin and presenting their party with a formula on how to exploit President Biden's vulnerabilities and evade the shadow of Donald Trump in Democratic-leaning states. I love the way that they do that. This is the New York Times, by the way, everyone.
The shadow of Donald Trump.
The
Ooh,
shadow.
he's a specter. He's like the emperor.
They really have to add that in there every time. And it's funny because Youngkin didn't even use Donald Trump. He wasn't going the route of the MAGA movement or all the to get all the patriots. He if you like followed him at all, it wasn't about Trump at all. It was about parents. It was about people, regular Virginians living life under the Biden regime and under the crazy taxes, under the crazy gas prices that have been going on. I don't know if you noticed, people, but the gas prices have been rising. Biden had the nerve to blame Russia for the rising gas prices. Did you hear this?
Dog, what are you doing? I love how he claims victory over all the things that are good that make him look good, and all the things that are bad. He's like, it's Donald Trump or it's Russia. It's something else. It's never him. I think this is really kind of a pushback of
Definitely.
more of Joe Biden than Donald Trump type, like trying to go back to that. I think it's just everybody getting hit with what it's like to be under a regime
Yep.
that is this bad. I did not expect it to be this quick. Obviously I knew that Joe Biden was not going to be a very good president, but I expected it to be more of like a long-term kind of how like Barack Obama, he was doing bad stuff, but it kind of like it was a slow burn.
Yeah.
This
like an
was
infection, an infection that slowly got worse.
Slowly got worse. And now we're getting kind of remnants of that, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But Joe Biden's has just been like from day one, my arm, where's my arm? Right?
Yeah.
So we're getting places like Virginia all of a sudden flipping after 10 years because they're like, holy crap, maybe this is not the right direction. We got to go a different direction. We got to find something else.
Yep, exactly. And now we're seeing we're seeing that, you know, people are realizing. I mean, the critical race theory, McAuliffe literally said the parents shouldn't have any say in what their kids are learning in schools. That statement, I think, lost him the election. If he didn't say that, he probably would have won. But he said that, and that is such a huge thing, because guess what? Parents love their children, and they want
surprise.
a say in what their parents or what their kids are learning. And critical race theory, I don't care how you say it, it's racist, and it shouldn't be taught to kids. And these people on the other side are going, how dare these conservatives not want to teach about race, about how terrible their forefathers were. And it's like, look, I'm all about people learning about slavery. I want people to learn about history so that we don't repeat it, right? I don't want people to look at race and think that we need to treat someone differently because of their skin color. I think that's racism, right? I see quarter black over here. I don't treat him any differently because of the color of his skin. I mean, it's only a quarter black, but you know, still, even if it was
my genes.
Yeah, he can't help it, right? Exactly.
I can't help it. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible to think of a little kid, and yeah, I mean, we all grew up, we all knew what it was like to be a little kid,
right.
And to have an authority figure like a teacher or the entire school system say that you are a bad person,
or
you need
you can't get better. You can't do things because of that person that has a different color of skin than you.
You have the opposite side.
Right,
so
right. Both are demeaning. Both are racist.
Little kids that are white, that you are specifically evil, and there's nothing that you can do to change it because you are white, and that's it. Although we also want you to do everything that you can to change it, even though you will never be accepted. It's never good enough. Then on the flip side, you're telling black kids and Mexican kids and any, you know, minority, whatever, kids that you can never advance because there's always going to be this white supremacy that's holding you down.
Yep.
That is the worst. It's the worst thing to tell a kid.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do because everything is against you. Look, life is against you.
Exactly.
Being a kid, life is against you. It's
or
not
an adult,
big
human being living.
It sucks. Okay, that's
life
just
sucks, and then you die. You know, it's about how you handle it.
It's about how you in between. But there's not this big cabal that is trying to stop you. Like there's stories, countless stories of kids coming out of the ghetto, doing, you know, changing their life, going to school. And my dad grew up in a poor household, and he went to college, got a degree, learned a trade. He got out of it. So there's stories like that. And if all you hear is you can never get out, you never want, that's the same kind of mentality that keeps people in the hood.
Yeah.
Is you can never do better than this. And then if you do better than that, then you're just you're white. You're trying to act white. You're part of the white supremacy. That's all that is. It's whenever you see people on Twitter or the news saying that people are the black face of white supremacy, that's what that is. That's them saying, what do you think, you're better than us?
Right.
What are you're just trying to act white. No, I'm just trying to succeed in our country because it's available.
Yep, exactly.
It's the wrong thing to tell kids just right off the bat. It's horrible. That's what we had last year, because so many of those kids were told that over the years, over, you know, like
a
10
decade.
years.
Yep.
They were being told that. So of course, if you know, I do hold them responsible for their actions, but also at the same time, I understand if you were told that your entire life by your parents, by the school, by society, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You go, okay, well, everything is against me. I might as well go out and get some Levi's. You know, I might as well go burn down a car because there is nothing I can do about this.
Right. Exactly. And that's
just horrible.
It's indoctrination. That's what they're doing. And it goes way past schools though. It's media. I mean, look at this. Look at this here. This is from MSNBC. Glenn Youngkin's victory proves white ignorance is a powerful weapon. So MSNBC is basically stating anyone who voted for Youngkin is because of white ignorance. They're ignorant because they voted against critical race theory, which is actually a thing. All right. I have, if you guys don't know who Karlin Borisenko, she's on my show randomly. I got to get her back soon. She just posted something earlier today about having, getting into a Twitter battle. She does that very well. But this person's fighting with her, telling her critical race theory doesn't exist in kindergarten, K through 12 education. It's only in college, only in colleges. And it's like, okay, no, they're trying to claim that critical race theory doesn't exist at all, period. And then she straight up posts actual video of an 8th grade class being taught critical race theory, which is teaching that white people are racist inherently, always, every single interaction, no matter what. No one else can be racist, and everyone else is being pushed down because of it, right? Now, this is MSNBC coming out today, blaming all of this on, and oh my gosh, there is so many examples. Let me just show you a couple. Here's a tweet from a blue check mark. I don't even know who this person is. Let's see. She is contributor, writer for The Atlantic, host of the Jamil Hill is unbothered, although I'm pretty sure she's pretty bothered based on this tweet here. She says,
a little bit.
It's not the messaging, folks. This country simply loves white supremacy. What does that mean? That was last night she tweeted that because Youngkin won. Where is anyone getting this vibe of white supremacy? I mean, take my show, for example, right? I talk about, I am against critical race theory. I am against treating people differently based on their skin color. Is that, as far as the supremacists of what I'm seeing, there's a lot of that going on in the LGBTQ community. As far as what I'm concerned, like they're acting like supremacists. You're not allowed to critique them. They're supposed to be put on a pedestal and treated differently than everyone else. It's like everyone should be treated equally. All right. Because guess what? Life sucks. And everyone makes fun of you. And when you're included, you're going to get made fun of. Look, they bring it up the whole Chappelle thing. But this white supremacy thing is getting out of hand. I mean, hello, do they not recognize that the first black female lieutenant governor in Virginia history was elected tonight, or this was last night? The race-loving liberal media pretends she doesn't exist. This woman is religious. She, thanked God in her acceptance speech, which, hey, freedom of religion, I whatever you want to believe, but they're not. If it was a Democrat, that would have been headline news. First black female lieutenant governor. But I mean, to me, she sounds like she's good for the job. That's why I'm excited for her to be in the job, because the way that she was talking about what she was going to do, what her plans are, I'm like, all right, I can get behind this.
Yeah.
You're also
she's
a
Marine. She's a vet.
Cool. Yes.
She served our country. She's a powerful woman of color, right?
Yep.
Why is that never appreciated? They go out here and they say, oh, well, this is because white people, they don't understand, right? What?
So
what are you talking about?
I mean, they're being disproven by showing examples. Hey, well, why would white supremacy vote in this? Oh, well, that's because what did they say? Look, hey, actually, look at this. This is MSNBC's Mehdi Hassan attributes Winsome Sears, who is the woman I just showed you. This is Winsome here. Victory to being white Republican voters' black friend. How is that
blackface or white supremacy? It's the same fucking thing.
What the heck does that mean? You only won because you're the token black friend? Is that what they're trying to say? Like, what? In her speech, she has her husband, also Marine, standing behind her, and her 2 beautiful daughters standing next to her. And she goes, this right here, what you're seeing, is the American dream. Her dad moved in the 60s and made it. And now look at her. She's now made it. She is now the lieutenant governor. And like, good for her. That is the American dream. Working hard and getting what you want to do. She's making a difference in the world in a positive manner. Good for her. Shout out to Winsome Sears, because that is an amazing woman making a positive impact on the world.
That's what I think. That's what the term white supremacy means. Really, because you think about every time that they
Yeah.
call somebody, they say it's part of white supremacy. It's always something that is part of the American dream, like the traditional
Nuclear family.
American nuclear family, trying to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, work for yourself, be self-sufficient. That's always white supremacy. No matter like
Yep.
what it is, it could be a black person, it could be a Mexican, it could be a white person, it could be a woman. It doesn't matter. That's always the white supremacy. Whenever it's something that
They don't
some
agree with.
reason it's always connected to being a traditional American and being self-sufficient.
Yep.
Anytime you go against that, you're a white supremacist, regardless of what it is. So the white supremacy means nothing. That's just a term that they put on top of being an American, and they don't like that.
Right. This country is so racist that the Democrats had to fake stories about these Tiki Torch Charlottesville reenactment team or the Confederate patch, which I think someone was saying that it's not a Confederate patch, it's actually a Virginia flag or some sort of Virginia variant. But either way, it was being spun and pushed as though racists were voting for Youngkin, and if you vote for Youngkin, you're also a racist.
Yeah.
There's this.
Why do you think we see these numbers that are saying that, like, record numbers of people on the right, the center, and on the left saying that we should split up the country?
That's nuts.
It's nuts. It's because people that are like, I believe in the Constitution, I believe in the American dream.
Yeah.
And they do not. It's not just a, hey, we want to go more to the left, oh, we want to go more to the right, but we still agree on the Constitution and America.
Yeah.
These kind of more radical cult people don't believe in that at all whatsoever. So you're having a lot of people go, okay, I think we maybe should, because they just don't believe in this system at all. And it's hard to be in that, live in the same country if you don't have at least the same agreement on what you should be kind of striving for. So that's why we're seeing that. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.